Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Michael Shu, and today we're going to be talking about the cost of each flight during your flight training. There's a ton of videos on YouTube and articles all over the internet talking about your overall cost of flight training. But remember that price is not going to be a fixed cost just because some people learn faster and other people learn slower, and that's going to make the price go higher or lower. Today we're going to go randomly choose a flight in my logbook and calculate how much that flight costs to give you guys an idea how much each flight costs. The price of each flight is going to be different depending on a few factors. One of them is location. Depending on where you're training, it's obviously going to be more expensive to train in California than say somewhere like Michigan or Kansas. Another thing to keep in mind is the planes that you use. It's going to be cheaper to fly in steam gauges and 6-pack than say something with G1000 or G550. So location and airplanes you use are factors that you have to keep in mind while you calculate the cost of each flight. However, for today's video, we're going to be using the cost of Coast Flight Academy. And that's where I went to school in the American Airlines Cadet Academy program, Coast Flight San Diego. So we're going to be using their prices for airplanes and flight instructors. This is all public knowledge that Coast Flight gave me, and I'm sure you can find this on the internet. So let's see. For aircraft single engine, cost per hour is $165, and the planes they use are actually very nice with G1000s. Flight instructor time is $75. And if you guys want a picture of this, just send me a message or leave comments down below, and I'll be happy to send a picture of this to you guys. This is like a brochure that you gave me telling me how much it would cost for private pilots, their instrument, commercial training, their CFI, CFII, and their multi-engine add-on. This is the price for all of it, but like I said, we're gonna just use their numbers for each flight and their instructor time, randomly choose a flight in here, and calculate how much that would cost. Before we dive into my logbook and choose a flight, I'd really appreciate it if you guys went down, smash the like button, and hit the subscribe button. Please leave a comment, as I love reading comments and I respond to 100% of my comments. Let's talk about how flight instructors and flight schools charge you. On every airplane, there's a meter called the hops time, and the hops time run in 6 minutes. So every 6 minutes go by, it'll go 0.1 on the meter. And as soon as you start the engine, the hops time will start running. So let's say you had an hour and a half flight, 90 minutes, it's gonna show 1.5 on the hops time. And you multiply the hops time by the hourly rate of the airplane to give you the cost of the airplane. And in a perfect world, we would use the instructor's hourly rate times the hops time, right? Well, we don't live in a perfect world. The instructor is actually gonna charge you a little bit more because they're gonna go out to the plane with you pre-flight, ask you questions, teach you along the way, and after the flight as well, they're gonna do a debrief, tell you what you did well and things you need to work on. And that's why you're gonna pay the instructor a little bit more and not just the hops time. So now we know how flight schools and flight instructors charge you. Let's dive in and randomly choose a flight to calculate. Let's go here. Now let's go here. Boom. Okay, this is a blank page. I don't have that many hours yet. Eventually, guys, eventually we'll get there. Let's go here. Boom, this one right here. All right, that's also a blank page. All right, let's just go to the front. Let's go here, this one. All right, this one. Ooh, let's do this flight. All right, this was on February 27th, 2020. It was a 1.7. Oh, I was doing my instrument training. A 1.7, all right? Now on the hops time, it said 1.7, so let's calculate. Now we know the hourly rate of an airplane at Coast is 165 times the hops time, which was 1.7. So we paid $280 just for the plane alone. However, that's not all the cost because we also have to pay the instructor. And the hourly rate for an instructor at Coast is going to be $75. All right, so 75 times 1.7. That's 127. That's for the instructor, plus 280. So that flight alone cost $407. That's crazy, right? That's just to give you a perspective of how much each flight costs. A lot of articles and videos out there on YouTube talk about the overall cost, which is like, okay, cool. But if you break it down, you kind of see how expensive each flight is. And that's why when you do go on a flight, you want to make sure you make each flight count and you learn as much as possible. So for this one flight of a 1.7 hours, it at least cost me $107. Probably cost me more, like I said, because I had to pay for the debrief and the pre-flight, but the 1.7 cost $107. Pretty crazy. Keep in mind that this is an investment. Even though it costs so much right now, hopefully when pandemic's over and we get jobs, that we make that money back and more. But that's just why I want to show you how much each flight costs and how you can calculate each flight will cost once you know the hourly rate of an airplane and the instructor. If you're not planning to go to Coast, you can go email different flight schools and ask them these basic information. But like I said, if you are curious and wanting to see how much Coast charges for their private pilots, instrument, commercial license, just leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to send a picture of this to you. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, thought it was helpful. If you thought it was helpful, be sure to leave a thumbs up, leave comments. Like I said, I love reading comments. All of you guys being super supportive to me. If you guys have any other ideas of videos, also leave it down in comments below, and I'll be sure to make them. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!